Relocating from Miami to Virginia Beach. Let's talk about it. Hey, so you're looking at making the move from Miami to Virginia Beach. You want to know what cost of living, culture, lifestyle, taxes, what are the major differences? We're going to talk all about that in this video. But for now, I need to remind you that this channel is called the Living in Coastal Virginia channel because we cover everything live, work, play in coastal Virginia. My name is Dan Inman. I'm a local realtor in the area. My wife is a local loan officer, and we help people move in and out of the area as smoothly as we possibly can. So if we can help serve your real estate needs, we'd love to hear from you. All that contact information should be below, and we are the people that respond to those text message, emails, and even carrier pigeons. If you could do me a huge favor, reach down there and hit that little like button. It lets me know that the content that I'm pushing out is actually helpful. And if you would like to see more content like this, you can hit the subscribe button with the little bell notification, and it'll let you know when new content like this drops. But let's get into Miami versus Virginia Beach right now. All right, so let's talk about cost of living Virginia Beach versus Miami. In general, Miami is about 17% more expensive than Virginia Beach. That's going to be made up in about 7% for food costs, 47% for transportation. Utilities is about 1.6% more expensive. Healthcare is almost 10% more expensive. But again, the main majority of that cost increase is going to be made up in housing. And housing is about 30 to 40% more expensive in Miami than it is here. So what does that look like when we are actually looking at comparable homes? Well, the median sales price in Miami was just over $400,000. I think it was $415,000 for Q4 or January 1 or something along those lines. Virginia Beach average at the end of the last year was $315,000, so about $100,000 difference. But the problem here is that it's not a direct comparison. The median sales price for here is actually a 3 to 4 bedroom home at $315,000. In Miami, you're looking at, I think I found one right around $400,000, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, about 1,000 square feet. And it was okay inside. It wasn't really that impressive. Your money's gonna go a lot further here, and what the median home is also nicer. So as you're looking for homes, you're probably going to come here and go, oh wow, man, you can get a whole lot more for your money. Another thing I found down in Miami, so I just kind of was looking at some maybe the upper price ranges. So I found a 3 bedroom, 2 bath right around 1,400 square feet. Now granted, it was completely renovated inside, but at $680,000, I was, again, compared to properties here, it just really wasn't all that impressed. $680,000, $700,000 here will buy you a 3,000, 4,000 square foot home, 4 to 5 bedrooms, probably a pool in the backyard, or if you want to be really close to the ocean front, you maybe 2 rows off the ocean front in a gorgeous, 3 bedroom condo. And be able to get your toes in the sand within like 3 minutes from outside your front door. So I think that there is a much more drastic story that's told here in housing than necessarily what the numbers just say. Next, let's talk about taxes. Now, I don't know if everyone knows this, but Florida is 0 state taxes for income. There are a lot of people that move to Florida specifically for that reason. There are a lot of people that retire to Florida for specifically that reason. So it's going to be a little bit of a sticker shock when you move from Miami to here, but let's go over those numbers now. Your income taxes are 0% in Miami. Here, 2 to 5.5%, depending on your income range. Real estate property taxes in Miami, 1.1%. Virginia Beach, 1.01%. So pretty comparable there, but obviously with real estate being slightly less expensive, you don't have to worry as much of those taxes going out of your pocket. Personal property taxes, again, one of the benefits here to Miami, you don't have any, but here you're paying $4 per $100 assessed in Virginia Beach. Now, granted, that's only 50% on the first $20,000 of that assessed amount for your car, but it's still a cost that you have to take into consideration. And lastly, sales tax, 7% to 6%, not a huge difference there, but something at least that you have to take into consideration if you're going to be moving to Virginia Beach. So, hey, yeah, you're going to be having a little bit of sticker shock, right? You're going to go from paying no income taxes to paying 2 to 5.75%. You're going to go from not paying taxes on your personal property of your car to having now pay $4 per $100 assessed. So, unfortunately, it's something that you could consider a negative, but what we're going to talk about next is what are the cultural or lifestyle changes or differences between the areas. All right, so culture and lifestyle, and we'll throw weather in here as the same category. A big difference between Virginia Beach and Miami is going to be the prolonged summer. A lot of people move down to Florida because you don't have to experience winter there. But here you're going to get a actual, 4 seasons. You have a fall, you have a spring, you have a winter. So if you're going to be moving from or from Miami up to Virginia Beach, be prepared to get some winter clothes because that's something you're going to have to tolerate. With the cold, obviously, comes snow. And so you have about 5 inches on average every year that happens here in Virginia Beach. Not a ton, but in comparison to inland in, say, DC or Richmond area, I think they get somewhere between 12 to 14 inches. But so when it does snow here, basically the school systems shut down. And so you got to be prepared to watch those kiddos if we get a heavy snow one day. Again, you're going to get all 4 seasons. So we have a lot of areas that you can drive to, the Shenandoah Valley, which is not very far away. And when the leaves turn, it's super popular to go on Skyline Drive. In the spring season, we are in the middle of that right now. Other than some pollen, it is a gorgeous season. It is fantastic outside right now. So even if there's a little bit of humidity, we can go out for probably the next 3 or 4 weeks and shorts, t-shirt. You don't have to worry about sweating through and getting those pit stains at all. It's just absolutely fantastic here in both the spring and the fall. Both Miami and Virginia Beach are a very popular destination for vacationing. I believe Miami and Virginia Beach were both rated in the top 3 markets that have recovered for vacationers because of COVID-19. They're the most, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess thriving economy for resorts or hoteliers. But it's a very different market here. I was just talking to Sean about this because he was down visiting a friend in Miami. Sean, would you say Virginia Beach, probably more family-friendly resort, laid back? We have festivals and things like that, sand soccer tournaments. And I would say the nightlife is okay, but it's more oriented towards families. Would you agree with that? Yep. And then Miami is, in my opinion, more of a party city, right? This is where people go, and celebrities go down to party. It is lots of nightlife, lots of music festivals, staying up till 2 a.m. in the morning, hopping from one bar to the next. So it's just a very different vibe and feel. One of the pieces that come along with that is, I think it's best food, or Miami was basically rated as one of the best foodie cities in the nation. That was the number 3. Virginia Beach, we do have a decent selection. I actually would say that Norfolk has a much better selection of food when it comes to variety and quality. Not to take away from some of the great restaurateurs in Virginia Beach, but I think Norfolk has a leg up there. But Miami, from what I understand, has an insanely good selection of food and tacos. Now, I had down in my notes that the traffic was very similar. But Sean has lived here his entire life here in Virginia Beach. I've only been here for 15, and he just came, like I said, from Miami visiting a friend, and he said he would plug in on his phone, hey, I'm gonna go to this place. Oh, it shows 12 minutes. And every place that he went for an entire long weekend was actually 2 to 3 times that. Am I doing you justice there?
Absolutely.
Okay, so from what I understand, Miami, especially the Strip, especially the popular areas, traffic is absolutely awful. Maybe slightly outside of that, your commute time is not that bad, but when it comes to the popular areas, you better be prepared to do some stop and go. One of the, I think, big things to mention here is that Virginia Beach has about half of the poverty rate that Miami does. Another big one, according to neighborhoodscout.com, is that we have 2.5 times less crime density than Miami does. Virginia Beach was actually rated as one of the top safest, I think it was #1 actually in 2018. Correct me over here, Sean, if I'm wrong. 2018, I believe Virginia Beach was rated the #1 safest big city in the United States. One of the bigger things that you need to be ready for here is that we are a military town for sure. I don't believe Miami has a extremely large density population of military down there, but we have one of the largest naval bases or stations and population of military in the world. And our culture and I would say population reflects that. There are military discounts for everything. There are several bases around, and so you have to get used to jet noise. We have people that drive around that literally have little stickers that say, I love or I heart jet noise or the sounds of freedom. I'm primarily military myself. Probably a third to half of my clients, depending on the season, are going to be military, so VA loans are very popular here. But that's just definitely part of our culture. Lastly, major sports. So this is one that's near and dear to Sean's heart. Sean, you are a diehard Dolphins fan.
Hands up.
Okay. Now, as much as I think you love the Dolphins, I don't know if you would move to Miami, would you?
It's not worth it.
Okay, at least in Sean's opinion. I'm sure that there's plenty of great things down there, but I love this area. I probably will end up staying here too, but we have a minor league sports team. We have the Tides, and I think the stadium is like 11,000 people. It's not huge. And then other than that, that's about it. We do have, ODU football, which is okay. We have Norfolk State, I think, has a decent baseball team. But we just do not have any major sports. Miami, you've got the Dolphins, you have the Heat, you have, what's the other one, Sean, I'm thinking of?
Marlins.
The Marlins, and there's one other one I'm thinking of, Panthers. All major sports teams. So if going to major sporting events is something that you're used to and is a deal killer, well then you may need to stay down there in Miami because we just don't have that here. Hey, is there anything that I should have covered that I didn't? Do you disagree with me on anything that I've said? Please let me know down in the comments. As much as I love doing this content, I'd love more to serve you in your real estate needs. That's what my wife and I do on a daily basis. We help people move in and out of the area as smooth and easy as possible. All of my contact information should be below. I am the person that responds to those personally. I'd love to hear from you and help you out. If you can do me a favor, hit that little like button. Lets me know that I'm doing content that's helpful to you. And if you'd like to see more content like this, we drop it on Mondays and Fridays, and sometimes on a Wednesday, just because if we're feeling whimsical. And you'll be notified when those come out. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.